YouTube. Which this is just a record on YouTube, so nobody really is probably gonna be there. But you know what? Let's go live on IG right quick. Let them know where we are. Live.
Let me get your video on Discord. I can't see it.
My video. Are you gonna move it?
Yeah, all I see is your screen.
If you're gonna move yourself, then it might move your camera. So let me know.
No, I'm not moving me. I'm saying I can't see you.
Oh, you can't see me?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
On Discord.
All right, cool. All right. Am I up on Discord now? On your Discord?
Nope.
Oh, you're not gonna be able to see me on Discord because I don't have a camera connected to Discord right now because I'm recording from the other way.
All right.
All right.
I don't want to see you anyway. There.
Okay. All right. This is clear. All right, we'll just keep it right here then. I'll just keep it on Discord.
I might just pull up the YouTube.
Yeah, because you see it on there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, let's do this. All right, y'all, while Eric is pulling us up on YouTube, we're already up on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us. If you're going to be coming back to this video, which you probably will, this is the second episode of the Big Talk show, podcast, whatever you want to call it. And today we are diving into mental and physical awareness and what fitness. I don't know. We're gonna be diving into workouts, mental health, physical health, all that type of stuff. That's what we're about to be doing today. So Eddie is pulling up the YouTube. We're gonna wait on him to pull up the YouTube. If you haven't liked and subscribed, make sure you do that. If you're watching this on the playback, we will be taking clips from this. We'll be going on the YouTube page as well. Eric is going to be updating his YouTube page and putting stuff on there. And yeah, and everything is already on my YouTube page. So yeah, just let us know. Eric, how's your day going today? How is it going?
It's good, man. You know, having a really good day, man.
What is good? I mean, what's a normal good day for you? Because I've never seen you have a bad day, just in my eyes.
Man, speaking of health, man, I had to go to the doctor today, man. You know,
today?
Yeah, man. I needed to, need to go to the doctor, man.
Okay. What?
So I'm at home. I'm at home last week. I'm just chilling. Go see the folks. I'm chilling in the guest room.
Okay.
And my mom walked up. I'm chilling. Got my shorts on.
Okay.
She noticed some marks on my leg. I'm like, I always got marks there. I got a broken leg. I got scars. And everything.
Okay.
I ain't think nothing of it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And then I'm on the job. I'm shooting with Macy's a couple of days ago. Stylist, he's like, whoa, what's on your leg? I didn't look at it after my mom looked. I was like, wait, what is that on my leg? You know how you go down a rabbit hole.
Right. Google, tell you about your life about to end, basically.
Am I dying? What's going on? So I was like, why I got dark spots on my chin? But I got ahead of it because my dad's diabetic.
Okay.
And one of the they say like shin spots and everything. So I was like, let me go see the doctor so we can rule out what it could and can't be. So I'm glad I did that. Not diabetic, not pre-diabetic, never have been. And basically, she was like, the doctor was like, that's weird, but it just looked like you got burnt. I was like, I ain't been burnt. So like, yeah, I go away, whatever it is.
So you went to the doctor. K78, welcome on in. Fox Frock, welcome on in. So you went to the library. I mean, the doctor, not the library. The doctor to get a checkup. So you got your blood. You got the full work done.
I got all my blood looked at. I did a diabetic test. I just had to know. You know what I'm saying? I got my cholesterol check, blood pressure.
Okay.
Everything.
Okay.
Just see where I'm at. When you get 35, you gotta.
Your body switches up tremendously. Jose, welcome on in.
You gotta see, man. You gotta see where you at. Physically. So it was time, but really wanted to see what was going on with my leg.
So when do you get the results back? I mean, so let's talk. When do you get the results back? When do you get everything back?
Right away. It was right away.
Like instantly?
Yeah. Man, all my numbers are good. They low. could lay off some crumble cookies,
All
but
right.
we all good. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like
Okay.
only eat like half of it as
Right.
opposed to like four in a
Okay.
sitting.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. So the things that people have a misconception about is that we are just super healthy, right? And that we, even though we're big, we can do whatever we want, eat whatever we want, and just go by that way and just do whatever we want, right? But I think the thing that most people fail to realize, we have issues. We have problems. A lot of people are private about them. A lot of people I know in this industry are private about the problems they have. But I'm here to air out some of those problems, me personally, to talk. I'm not going to give everybody my, business, but I just want people to know we can relate to some of the things they're going through as a big and tall, as a bigger person, or, whatever your physique is. And you can be small and unhealthy, so that's what we're going to be diving into today. K78, we're going to be diving into mental and physical health, mental awareness, mental health, physical health. And it's perfect timing because Eric just got his checkup. His numbers are low. He said he can lay off the crumble cookies a little bit.
Have some more salad. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, so do you try to crumble cookies like every week?
I got my favorites. I got my favorites. And then like usually the roster isn't like stacked where I gotta have every one.
Okay.
Yeah, if they got the cornbread cookie, I'm there.
The cornbread cookie I have not had yet. The cornbread cookie I have not touched yet.
It'll be there in 2 weeks. So go ahead and shoot your blood sugar levels up for that week.
So you already have it on your schedule. You already ready to go.
Oh yeah, I already know.
Okay. So
the cinnamon square, that's one crazy.
Okay.
The waffle.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've only tried a couple of crumble cookies. I've tried the regular chocolate chip one, which is what they always have in there.
Mm-hmm.
I tried this one lemon one that was disgusting. I tried the s'mores one that was really good. Yeah.
Churro.
The churro one was okay, but I was expecting more of a churro punch. So I couldn't really get down with it because I was expecting more of a churro punch, and I was like, I can't really get down with it. So I know the missus have tried a whole lot of cookies from there, and we usually get them from people, our friends and stuff. We'll take them some, but they are huge and they are sweet and they are full of sugar. And
it's a lot of sugar.
It is the chocolate on chocolate one. I forgot the name on it. The chocolate on chocolate one was like, ooh, like it was too chocolatey. I was like, like this is a different, type thing.
I'm glad they started to come out with the minis, even though that still ain't great. But
yeah,
it ain't a whole, 800 calorie
and
filled with sugar.
And it's still a lot of sugar in it. Still a lot of sugar. But shouts out to Crumble. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to sponsor us to try some of y'all Crumble cookies, Eric, go ahead and shoot them off the pitch, Eric. Let them know who we are.
Look, we trying to be healthy and everything, but hey, I'm gonna be a Crumble. I'm gonna get a Crumble.
We got cheat days. We definitely got cheat days. So we want to spoil ourselves from time to time. We definitely got cheat days. So Crumble, we will be in the building. Okay, so Eric numbers are good. I got my checkup probably about 2 months ago, and I was disappointed. I was disappointed.
I remember you at
a
couple years ago. You wasn't feeling too well.
So
the numbers was high. What's up?
So I've always had high blood pressure. I can be any size. It's genetically in my blood, and that's what a lot of people fail to realize. Like it's all genetics when it comes to my blood pressure. Like I take medicine for it, and as I got older, I had to learn how to manage it. But at the same time, my blood pressure really didn't come from my diet. It didn't come from what I was eating. It's just something I have. Like I can be calm as I don't know what, or just chilling, and my blood pressure will be through the roof. And now, of course, like stress, anxiety, COVID added to that. And that's when I realized I was getting all these. That's when I started to get checked up through COVID. I was like, I got to see my health. I got to see how I'm doing. Blood work was amazing. Everything was good. Cholesterol was good. Just high blood pressure. That's my only thing is high blood pressure. Now, being that it wasn't my diet and I came out of COVID, I got really comfortable with eating again. So I was like, oh, all right, well, I've been on my diet. I lost a lot of weight. People thought I was on some pill or some of that other stuff. I was not, but I lost a lot of weight. And then I was like, you know what? I'm back comfortable. I'm back, feel good. I'm checking my blood pressure. I'm on medications. I'm trying stuff. I also take medication for anxiety. We'll get into mental health in a minute. But I went back for my checkup after about a year, and I've gained probably I probably gained
Do I want to
about
know?
it's embarrassing, but I'm gonna say it because I've already started to lose it again. I probably gained about 60 pounds, 60 or 70 pounds. And I don't look it.
Man,
It's in my face, but you wouldn't think that I'm the weight that I am if I told you my weight. So I was like 240, 250. I'm like 320 now. And my doctor, when he saw me, he said, so basically all the weight I lost, that he lost, I put it back on. So I was like, all right, cool. Of course I go in there. I got the white coat syndrome. So my blood pressure is always through the roof when I go into the doctor. I just be like, go ahead and take it.
right.
We already done been to the emergency room. I got a healthy heart. We don't did all this. I'm nervous. Go ahead and take. Okay, it's how whatever the case is. I take my medication. But we did blood work this time. And I said, I know my blood work gonna be good. It's not my diet. Bro, high cholesterol, everything that was normal and perfect about a year ago just skyrocketed. And my doctor was like, that's the weight you put on. And he's like, this is,
Yeah, man.
he said, I know you can get the weight off, but that's the weight you put on. So as a big and tall model, we do go with these things that y'all battle with on a daily basis. Diabetic. My mother is diabetic. It runs in my family. People have had heart attacks in my family. And it scares the crap out of me. I am not one to just be like, oh yeah, I ain't worried. You gotta take me whenever you take. No, it scares the crap out of me. So that's why I'm getting back on my fitness tip because I got comfortable. And people go up and down in weight. It's okay. But the way I fluctuated, I just got really comfortable and I just got content. I was back happy. Everybody goes through those roller coasters in life, but I got back happy, and it's just like eat. I'll work out a little bit, but I'm sleeping more. I'm not can sleep. Whatever the case is. So, yeah, I got a lot of work. So I got my next checkup in 30 days. So, but I have already dropped some weight. My face is already starting to chisel down a little bit. My weight goes to my face and my stomach, nowhere else. Not my arms, not anything. It's just straight my stomach and these cheeks. As soon as I see myself in the video, I'm like, yep, I can see all my chins again. So I have gained weight or whatever the case is. So yeah, Eric, I got some work to
You
do.
look good, man.
I
You look good.
appreciate it, man. But see, you wanna look good and feel good. I know a
You
lot
look
of
good, man.
and that's the big thing because I know a lot of models that are not our sizes that are regular models that are very unhealthy, but they look healthy. They look skinny. You see
You look
abs,
good.
but they
Yeah,
have
you look good.
exactly. So I tell people like healthy is on the inside first, and then it's on the outside. And, some people have
Mhm.
diseases and passed down or genetics that we just have to take medication for. But I tell people go get checked up. Don't be afraid to go to the doctor. Now, Eric, have you ever been afraid to go to the doctor? Anytime in your life?
No, I mean, as a kid, I was like, I
Yeah.
ain't trying to get my finger pricked. That was the worst part. Getting your finger pricked as a kid was probably the worst thing ever.
Do they still do that? Do they still prick fingers?
I had my finger pricked today, but
Oh, they do for
getting your finger
diabetes
pricked,
testing. Yeah, for
yeah,
diabetes.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay,
Getting
yeah.
your finger pricked as a kid was nightmare inducing, man.
Yeah. It's
I'd rather get a shot than they prick my finger
yeah, it's
as a
it's
kid.
it's pretty tough. It's pretty tough. Like,
But now,
shots.
no, no, no. I like knowing what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Well, see, that's the thing. I get like anxious. I'm not afraid, but
You
I get
get
like
anxious.
really anxious.
You don't want to hear the worst, and we never do. And
Exactly.
I pray no one does.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? If you don't know, you don't know,
hmm
but you need to
And that's the
because
thing.
you can correct some things, man.
Just got to get over that hump. Just go do it. Because, would you rather battle with not knowing the rest of your life or something happening than just going just to find out and getting help as soon as possible? And that's where I have to put the retrospect when I say, man, I don't want to go to the doctor. I don't want to see my doctor. I know I'm out of shape. I know I'm overweight. When I went to go for my checkup, I said, man, I know this is going to be bad. I was dreading to go in there, and I was like, I got to get an increase on certain medications here and there. And I'm like, oh man, like this is the worst thing I could be going through right now. But at the end of the day, when I walked out of there, I said, I got help. I got help.
Exactly.
I went and saw
You
about
got a
myself.
plan.
Exactly. I got a plan that I'm gonna stick to. So the way I reached out to and started holding myself accountable for this plan was the fact of, hey, Let's do a 6-week challenge. If I got to be held accountable, I'm gonna hold somebody else accountable. I'm gonna help somebody else in the process. Am I perfect? No. Do I have my setbacks? Yes. I am a food lover. I absolutely love food. I wish I could just eat all the bread and pizza and pasta. I'll like, and nothing happened to me. But even if I think about bread now, I gain weight. So at this age, I'm 38, 37, 38. At these ages, your body just doesn't bounce back like it used to. I used to lose weight like that and be like, all right, it's off. I'm good. Now I'm like, oh man, I can't even train 2 days back to back without my body about to fall apart.
Man, I remember I was hanging out. It's way long time ago. I'm hanging out. I'm like 18 before I went to college. Hanging out with my older cousin, Stromae Swift, played in the NBA, and my older cousin Sean, he also played overseas. Um, Played at LSU with Shaq.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm in Miami eating a honey bun in the condo. They looking at me like, man, because they about 27 at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man, I can't do that, man. I'll be running for 3 days trying to get that off. I'm like, what? Fast forward to now, I know exactly what they mean.
It is crazy. It is crazy.
Exactly.
Your body just takes sugar in a different form after age 30, I think. After age, especially like after age 35, sugar just turns straight to fat. Well, sugar turns to fat anyways if you don't burn it. But sugar, when you eat sugar now, you either want to go to sleep, you don't feel like doing nothing, you get like a little hyper, and then you want to go to sleep. And then that turns into fat. And then you just want more sugar, and more sugar, only more sugar. You just like, man, I can't put it down like I used to. I used to eat all this candy around Halloween and not gain a pound. Now I gotta be like, all right, I'm gonna have one Kit Kat for this Halloween, one Reese's, one Sneakers. All right, I gotta keep them candy corn downstairs because I know if they come upstairs to me, I'm gonna eat them. And it's just like I can. It's just hard, man. It's hard to bounce back. Now, speaking from a standpoint of our ages, I know a lot of people may look at this and maybe in their 20s or younger and be like, man, I can eat whatever the hell I want to. That's true. But if you treat your body the way it's supposed to be treated now, it'll be a lot easier maintaining it at our age. Like the weight I put on, my joints are different now. My body aches are different now. And I used to train every single day, 2 times a day, and have minimal soreness. Now it's like I gotta plan my training. I gotta ice. I gotta stretch. I hate stretching. I gotta drink enough water throughout the day. I gotta make sure I'm eating not too late at a certain time. So, speaking of eating, what do you eat, Eric? What is your meal? What is a typical meal or meals like in a day of Eric Wallace when he's training and when he's like regular? I want to hear both.
Well, I started training. I'm back training since January now. So, January, I was weighing about 317 pounds.
Whew.
But no, unknown, unknown to me. I was like,
Yeah, same here. Same here.
I'm about 294 now.
Okay.
290, 294.
Eric, please give your height again. Please give your height because people.
6'7", 290,
Okay, 6'7". I want y'all to know that because when people just hear the numbers of the weight, sometimes they don't know they don't realize how big you are.
I'm tall. I'm tall and athletic.
Okay.
I'm of the smaller of the big and tall models. Actually,
it's crazy.
Actually, because I'm tall, but like not that big.
Yeah.
But I fit the sample size as well.
That's all that matters. As long as we're in the samples, we good.
But I intermittent fast. I usually don't eat until like noon, 1.
Okay.
And that's depending on how I'm feeling that day, it's usually a some type of sandwich and some salad type of mix.
Okay.
Unless I'm feeling ramen that day.
Okay.
I don't try to do it too much because I am the ramen giant.
Okay.
Obsessed with ramen.
Okay.
That's a bad thing. High sodium, but I kind of dialed back on that. At night, definitely something with a lot of meat in it. High protein, man.
High protein, low carb.
High protein, low carb, man.
Okay.
And then since January, I've been cutting out the sugary drinks, man. I get all 0 sugar, a lot more water.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Just making subtle changes to what I used to do.
Like
McDonald's or Uber Eats. Because Uber Eats is expensive in New York or anywhere, but definitely New York.
You don't realize how much Uber Eats is until you get that statement at the end of the month. And you go back and look at how much money you spent just on the delivery part alone, not even the food, just the delivery expense of it. And you just like
ridiculous, man. It's crazy.
Let's just take a moment of silence for all the cash and all the money that we donated through Uber Eats and just release and let it go. Shouts out to Uber Eats though. If y'all want to sponsor the show, let us know.
Y'all want to sponsor Uber Eats, man? You know, we be on there, man.
So Crumble, Uber Eats, let us know. We here.
Be on there, man.
All right. So when I'm training, well, right now, the hardest thing, I love eating late, and that's my biggest downfall because I stay up late, and I really should be resting. I've done a little bit better on my resting, but when I stay up late, I get hungry again. And I want to eat, and I want to eat more. And then I want to eat more. And I'm just like, all right, I'll start next week. That's literally how my weeks go. Monday, Tuesday, I'm good. Wednesday's like, all right, let me have a little cheat meal. Thursday's like, all right, well, it's almost Friday. And then Friday comes around, I was like, well, it's the weekend again. I might as well just eat whatever the hell I want to eat. And then the Sunday again is like, all right, I'm a meal prep for like Monday and Tuesday. That's the cycle I go in. But when I'm training, which the next 4 weeks, because the first 2 weeks was kind of tough. I did a really good job though. I've already lost some weight. The next 4 weeks is basically I wake up. I got 3 options. I don't really do protein shakes. I'm not a big fan of protein shakes anymore. I'm a certified trainer, nutritionist. I've been down the road. I've trained people. I want to put real natural foods in my system now. I don't want the powders. I don't want any of that. I'm not against any of that. I'm just saying I preferably don't want the powders and all that type of stuff. And I don't take no pre-workouts. None of that. I want everything naturally in my body now. So a typical day, 2 options in the morning. I'll either do egg whites, grits, and a piece of toast, or either do oatmeal, berries, or some type of fruit and orange juice. Those are my 2 options most morning. Or I would either, with the egg whites, I get the canned tuna and I just open that up and it's usually like 30 or 40 grams of protein. I toss it in with the grits, egg whites, boom, 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 piece of wheat toast. Boom, I'm out the door. Those are my go-to in the morning. And I either drink water and a small glass of orange juice. I rarely ever drink orange juice. I probably drink orange juice probably twice a week, but so it's mostly water I'm always drinking. I'll snack on like some handful of peanuts later for lunch. I'm either doing chicken, fish, or something like maybe like half a wheat sub or anything of that nature. I'll even do a spinach wrap. And if I want to do like chips, I always do tortilla chips, and I do the lightly salted tortilla chips because I can eat a lot of not too many of those, but I can eat more than I would do a regular chip and still get the satisfaction of having chips in my sandwich. And then for nighttime, I'll snack again like on a piece of fruit. And then the evening time, I want to be done eating by like 7:38. I'll do all protein and a vegetable. I don't do no carbs. If I have to do a carb, it'll be a sweet potato. And it's because I've either worked legs that day or exerted myself in a physical way that I need to replenish my body, and my body needs that. So that is how I goes. I take my blood pressure medication at night, and I take my anxiety medication in the morning. Now, a lot of people are going to ask about what type of anxiety medication do you take? Why do you take anxiety pills? Do they really work? I've heard horror stories about them. Now, Eric, have you heard about any? Do you have any friends that takes pills for anxiety or anything of that nature, or experience with anxiety or anything?
I don't, and I don't know. I'm pretty sure I got some friends who do, but I don't know any of them by name or anything. So
yeah. So I take. Yeah. I know because I know a lot of people are going to ask. I take a small dose of xylophane or frame or whatever you Google it. And I used to be a Google master. I used to Google every medication because I hate medication. I used to Google all the types of. My doctor's like, this is going to slow your thoughts down. It's going to basically calm you down a little bit because I used to be Eric can tell you I'm all over the wall, period. But this is like, hey, during COVID, I was so concerned about my families and my extended family. I couldn't get out the house. And with people like us, I need to get out the house. I can't sit in the house. I go crazy. I get stir crazy. But again, I like being at home. So don't misconstrue that now. I do love being at home, but I need to have some fresh air. If I need to do something with my job, I need to go visit somewhere. I like being on the move, traveling. But at the same time, I like traveling alone. So let's keep that intertwined together. But my anxiety got the best of me during COVID, and it tore. I never dealt with anxiety. I always thought anxiety was like first world problems. Like what are you anxious for? Like, why are you so nervous? Why are you? And then I had my first anxiety attack, and I thought I was like the end of my life. I was like, why don't I have control over my body? Why don't I have control over this moment right now? Why do I feel like I'm losing control of everything? And I had an anxiety
That's
attack during
scary, man.
COVID, and I was like, oh, okay, this is pretty scary. Like, this is what anxiety is. And I'm glad God put me through that so I can understand what people with anxiety deal with. So it goes back to, I'm waiting till Eric comes back. He's checking on things. All right, it goes
Yeah,
back
give
to,
me 1 second.
you good?
Carry on, man. Carry it for us, man. I'm listening.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right, I just want to make sure you was there. All right, so it goes back to COVID, and I started with xylofam, and xylofam is basically it's a medication that helps with anxiety, and when it helps with anxiety, it basically just calms you. So I don't know the actual breakdown of the what it does to the brain and all that type of stuff. You can Google it, but don't ever Google medications, because when you Google medications, it will take you down a wormhole. And when it takes you down a wormhole, you will end up in a whole nother world where you don't need to be. Anytime you're sick, and anytime you're going through anything, and anytime that you're missing or you think something is wrong with you, we like to go to Google. Now let's just take a step back. Take a step back. We're just going to take a deep breath, take a step back. If you're one of the people that is a Google guru, is what I call people, a Google guru, then you are someone that probably is anxious a lot. If you have constant thoughts running through your head, you can't sleep, you're probably anxious about a lot of things. It probably gives you a lot of anxiety. And that anxiety leads to hidden stress. So, with that hidden stress, we must understand that there's things in place to help you with the mind, the body at this time. So your body reacts to it in a way that it doesn't harm itself, but actually can calm itself. So when you're calming yourself on this medication, or when you're calming yourself by this choice of medication, and this medication has, these medications, uh, what did Eric, where did Eric go? Eric is doing
What?
something. Where's your camera?
Oh, shoot, my bad. Right here.
Are you good?
We're just hitting buttons, man. We're just hitting
Oh,
buttons,
okay.
man. That's all
All
we're
right.
doing, man.
Now, hold on. I'm gonna take a quick water
We
break.
good. We here.
Y'all see my gallon of water? I'll put the link of the Amazon with my gallon of water. I'm almost done with it today. But yeah, so when anxiety comes in and creeps up on you, you feel like you have no control of anything or the things going around you. You've watched a lot of news. If you're constantly on social media, seeing the stories that have been put out and things that can cause anxiety. Now, internal anxiety is the worst. Internal stress is the worst. Because when you look at somebody, you think they're perfectly calm, but then the inside, they're actually going 100 miles per hour trying to calm themselves. So if you ever see somebody dazed off and they jump, like when you talk to them, or they jump when you you say, hey, how you doing? They jump back. It's probably because they're going through a lot in their head and they're just not expecting to talk to anyone at that time of moment, or they're trying to calm themselves. So I take xylofam in the morning. It's 5 milligrams. It usually takes about 4 to 6 weeks to start working. And in the midst of COVID, I was waking up in cold sweats, panics constantly. I couldn't get a control. And then I just woke up one morning, and that's when I knew the medicine started working. And I was like, I feel like Rob again. And I called my parents, I called my mom. I was like, Mom, I'm back. I feel like I'm myself again. And it basically was just a calming of my body and my brain at the time, because I was taking in so much, counting the amount of deaths I was at type looking at the news, and every time a death went up when the COVID died, I was just like, oh, there go another person dead. Oh, there go another person dead. Oh, there go another person dead. They could have been my family. They could have been my mom. They could have been my dad. And you can't see your family members at this time because you're quarantined. So you just literally going to grocery stores and back and making the minimal amount of trips as possible, so you don't catch COVID at the time. So anxiety medication does help. Don't be afraid to take it. There are a variety of them. Some people have side effects to them, but that's why we got different medications. And, a lot of people don't put this toxic stuff in your system, just like, the booster shots. Look, we were all guinea pigs with the booster shots. I get that. But a lot of this other medication has been studied over and over and has been studied by doctors. Some doctors are not as good as other doctors. That's why you have a variety of doctors you can check into. So if you're dealing with anxiety, can't sleep, go to your doctor. Suggest therapy first. Then let your therapist maybe suggest something that can help with anxiety. And therapy is not bad. People are scared of therapy and all that type of stuff. No, therapy has changed my life around. And I'm
Listen, I
speaking
say therapy is for everybody.
right. And I'm speaking from experience. Like I used to be the person like, man, I don't need no therapy. I don't need no pills, that type of thing. But I take a little 5 milligrams every morning. Cool, relax. I'm still the same person I am. But my thoughts are like, whew. It's like, all right, now I can control all the thoughts and ideas that I'm getting. Now I can actually work a little bit better. Now I can actually think a little bit better. And, of course, the man above provides for me. I'm a big spiritual person. I'm not perfect. I've made a lot of mistakes, but the spiritual side of me and, me being Christian and me believing in God, and it just has given me a peace that I can't buy. So it's just, I tell people, do what you can. Don't be afraid of doctors. Go see about yourself and don't wait till the last minute. Because the worst feeling is waiting to the last minute and then you going in there and you could have stopped something months or years before in advance before it got to the stage that it's at now. So I was just on my soapbox for a little minute. I'm just letting you know. I'm just breaking it down. It's real. We deal with it. Although we look good on social media, we deal with a lot of things. So we deal with passions of people in our families. We deal with day-to-day stressors. Eric is the coolest dude I know. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen Eric sweat or anything.
Well,
Some
no,
people
he's like that.
yeah, exactly. Some people are just built different, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure he lives in New York. What are some stresses you go through in New York, Eric, on a daily basis? Just many stresses like
I rent.
high rent, probably.
Oh man. I mean, you gotta find your center, you know what I'm saying? You gotta, put your headphones on and get in your own little vibe. Definitely walking through the city where there's a whole lot of people. However, it's a little bit different for me because I'm a giant and I'm
That's
towering
true.
over, and a lot of people move out of my way.
That's true. That's true.
But
Yeah,
um, just figuring out ways to make your space your sanctuary. You know what I
I
mean?
got you.
A little bit easier said than done for more people than others. Because who knows? You could have super loud neighbors.
Right.
Could have thin walls.
Right.
It might not be the best living situation. Um, you know,
So
partners,
what are some
jobs, all
things
that stuff.
when you get overwhelmed? Not that saying you always get overwhelmed, but when you
Hmm.
feel you get
Yeah.
yourself get overwhelmed, what are some things you do personally to help with just keeping you in your peace? You say your creating your own
Man,
sanctuary. What are some things you do?
I'm happy. I live right on the East River,
Okay.
East Midtown East in Manhattan. I literally put headphones on, put some music on, and go sit on the water. Looking at the skyline, looking at the boats pass by, the sunset or the moon rise, whatever. Um, just walking, getting something good to eat.
Hmm.
Your go-to meal that always gets you in a good mood.
Hmm.
And then other than that, talk to someone, man. Talk to my best friend. Shoot, I'll talk to my mom sometimes.
Gotcha.
Uh, you gotta voice it out, man.
Gotcha.
If you keep it internalized all the time, you by yourself.
Gotcha. So
When you're not.
do you think journaling is good for people that can't voice it out? Because I know some people
Journaling
say I
is
have no
good.
people to talk to, or they may not have their parents at the
Hmm.
time. Um, so
I did
journal.
journaling for a while. I'm off and on with journaling. I'll
Hmm.
go like months and then I'll stop, then months and then I'll stop. It's really good to journal without any filter.
That's
Even if
powerful.
it doesn't make sense, even if it does not make sense, just write it down. You know what I'm saying? The refrigerator was blue and I needed to go outside and my shoes were untied, but the lightning was going off. What? Just write it down. As an exercise in, getting everything out, and your body and your mind will appreciate that. Because the more you do that, the more you'll be more open about how you really feel. And then if you go back and look at it, you'll be like, wow, look where I was. Look where I am now. Especially if you keep up with it and then, you keep doing things, you keep moving forward in life to, better yourself and, better your relationships and job and daily motivations and stuff.
Is there
Yeah, journaling is
anything
big, man.
is there anything other than journaling and what you mentioned that has aided keeping your sanctuary? Because I know a lot of people bring a lot of things into their world. It's the world of social
Hmm.
media, friends, networking. Is there any time that you say, Eric, it's time for me to just shut off everything? Do you have a time during the day or during the week where you just take to yourself and be like, all right, I'm putting my phone down. I'm focused
Mhm.
on me. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Like, how do you go about managing that time of distractions, or not necessarily distractions, but what you have to do, and then taking care of yourself at the same time?
Man, I think I've gotten so good at uh, only needing a little bit of time
Mm-hmm.
to get recentered. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I don't allow things to get so out of hand where I need a couple days,
Gotcha.
you know,
I got
or
you.
I need a full day. So even if it's a long day, stressful day, just let me watch something nice. Let me put on Rings of Power
Okay.
and just chill. You know what I'm saying? And really appreciating the fact that you can do that will do wonders because you will, start to have that gratitude and appreciate the fact that you are allowed to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, those small victories in the midst of a war or a battlefield. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
We see it all the time in the movies where they're literally in the battlefield and they can have 10 minutes hiding out in an old abandoned house
Mm-hmm.
with bullets flying, but they're laughing with each other or something.
Right. 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 So
It's
now,
that, but on our scale.
okay. So now, does the working out and the eating play a part? You say get a good meal that you'll like. Now, does working out
Yeah,
play a part in this that kind of helps you relieve some of that stress?
yeah, because that's good for your mind, man.
I
You
agree.
run, work out, swim, box, walk.
Yep. Yep.
Doesn't have you literally don't have to be a gym rat to be healthy or in shape or fit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's a misconception. A lot of people are intimidated by the gym because they feel like they have to be those gym people.
Right.
That's their lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
But you'd be surprised of how effective just 30 minutes 2 times a week will do, and then just walking throughout the day. Uh, it's a 10,000 steps a day goal,
Mm-hmm.
but like just walking, moving your body. And the more consistent you get with that, moving your body. I know a lot of people live in the South or in LA or something, or West Coast, where driving is the way of life,
Right. Right.
In America, driving is the way of life.
Right.
We've literally, structured our whole society around cars
Mm-hmm.
since the 50s. But if you could figure out a way to walk, that will do wonders for just your mental, your physical, and you'll start to go towards the direction of healthier. And then next thing you know, okay, I can walk. I've been walking every day. I got 10,000, 13,000, 15 steps. Next thing you know, let me go to the gym
Yep.
on a Tuesday.
That's
And don't put so much pressure on yourself for going back tomorrow. Just
exactly.
go back when when you're ready again. So yeah, it does wonders. Like working out for me, I took 3 years off when I retired because I got burnt out.
Mm-hmm.
When you're a pro in college and high school athlete, you work out every day.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you retire, no one's making you go to the gym. You see a lot of us athletes get a little bigger.
Yeah, exactly. It is. It is. And when the gym becomes not mandatory, you see
We ain't
within a
going.
year span how big they become, or how
I ain't going. Yeah,
But I need to go. Yeah, I don't. Nobody's watching
exactly.
me. I ain't got to check in with nobody.
But I am glad I hit up my boy Zach. We played at the Carolina Panthers together,
Okay.
and he's a trainer in Arizona. And I kind of want to go back to what you said earlier, accountability.
Mm-hmm.
He's not with me. He just sends me workouts. He monitors like my calorie intake on my Fitness Pal app,
Okay.
and it was just that accountability of, all right, let's do this. And the main thing about him was it was like, don't put so much pressure on yourself, man,
Mm-hmm.
but move in the right direction.
Right.
Be
Right.
smart about it, but don't put so much pressure on yourself. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have our days where we off, where we can't get to 10,000 steps, or we can't do a deficit, or we
Right.
can't get 250 grams of protein, which is, I found challenging myself.
That is challenging, bro.
Um,
When
but
people
it's
tell
like,
me I got
it's
to
just,
eat all this protein, I'm just like, bro, there's no way. Like,
There was some days where I'm like, I felt like I did good, and it's like 8 o'clock at night, and I'm looking at my numbers. I'm like, how do I still need 70 grams of protein?
that's what those shakes.
Then
When
we get
people do those shakes, that's why. Yeah,
the shakes,
when people down those shakes,
protein
bro.
chips.
Yep. When people down those shakes,
Mm-hmm.
it's a different story. I was like, bro, I can't do it, man. It's something about
I
the
just
shakes.
wasn't a shake guy either. I wasn't a shake guy either.
Yeah.
So I was missing out on that.
Yep. And so
Yeah.
especially when you
So
gotta
that
get that protein
accountability,
in.
man,
Yep. So
that was big.
when we talk about fitness, what technology or apps do you use? I'll start with mine while you think about yours. And how does it affect your day? So I used to have a Fitbit and I don't have it on right now. And then I went from a Fitbit to I used to walk so much I knew exactly the amount of steps I could walk or how many miles I was walking a day, and I was like, I don't need a Fitbit to tell me that no more. But every time I start back a fitness journey, I always order something like a new Fitbit or now I love my Apple Watch, but Apple Watch was giving me too many indicators. I think it comes to a point I don't want to know every single thing. Like I'm a broad sense person, like so just give me what you want me to do today, how many steps, boom. If I check it off. I don't need my heart rate. I don't need what's my sleep, all this type of stuff. I just think it's too much at a time.
That's some good information to know though.
But it's great information. That's what I'm saying. But me personally, I just hate seeing all that information. I feel like it brings me anxiety when I don't need it. Like I'll just be sitting, I just be sitting here.
Overload.
Yeah, I just be sitting here, well, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, I'm working on this. Now I got to do that. I just feel like it's overload. So I got to a point where I knew what my workouts would burn, the amount of calories I was eating, what foods. I used to use my Fitness Pal and Fujicate, which is a big app I love because I used to scan the foods that I love and it would give me alternatives of healthier options. And I will remember the exact amount of grams, proteins in these foods that to the point where I'm like, oh, this meal is going to be this amount of calories. This meal is going to be this amount of calories. This is that. This is that. So, Fujicate, if y'all want to sponsor us, let us know. Fitness Pal, you know what I'm saying? You know how we do. But Fujicate, my Fitness Pal, Under Armour has a great walking app. The Peloton, I have the Peloton treadmill. I have the Peloton bicycle. They are great for indoors when it's raining outside, but I like to be outdoors now. I love walking. I'd rather walk outdoors before I walk on the treadmill, but sometimes you just can't make it outdoors or you can't go outdoors. Sometimes you can't afford these items and equipment too. So the best thing, like Eric said, just go outside and walk. It's free. Like, man. I lost all my weight the first time walking.
My dad lost a lot of weight from walking.
Yeah, you'll be surprised. And just walking, people like, oh, all you did was walk.
Yep. So my trainer said 70,000 steps a week, 1 pound of fat a week.
It's that simple.
That's simple. That's 10,000 steps a day.
But people don't believe it. And then when people, see the results of what you have after months and months of doing it, I tell people I don't post my workout every single day. I probably post about 4 or 5 times a week on social media, or 3 to 5 times a week to let you know that I'm actively doing it. But when people see the end product, they just think, oh, I can just do it these 2 days, or I can just do this, do that, and it works out for me. Nobody knows your body better than you know your body. That's what I tell people. So when people are like, how I lose weight? I'm like, you lost weight before, right? I don't know your body. I can tell you what I do and recommend what you can do. But when people say, oh, I can't do this, I say, I don't know your body. You know your body better than anybody else. You just need accountability and you just need something to work towards. Like you have an accountability partner, your trainer.
Losing weight is simple. We all know what it takes to lose weight.
Mm-hmm.
Get a little bit more active. Mm-hmm. Not saying, you don't have to necessarily cut out everything. Mm-hmm. Eat a little bit healthier. Mm-hmm. Eat a little bit less, and this is for everybody, not overweight people, but people who want to lose weight. You might be fit and shredded, but you want to lose weight. Those people eat less. They do a calorie deficit, and they work out more or different. So it's the same for everybody. But I do like to change the mindset when we say lose weight.
Talk to them.
Like people who have struggled with weight their whole life. Like I've never been in this boat because I've always been athletic big.
Right.
My weight has always been necessary for what I did, sports. But in this last 9 months, being not a pro athlete and just working out for my own personal health, I did find it better to think of it as feeling better. We said it earlier, just feel better. Once you start to move your body a little more, eat a little bit better, sleep, get some sleep.
Say that again, because people think they can stay up all night like me. Sleep. So tell me that again, because I think in the back of my head,
this is the most hypocritical thing for me to say. Sleep. I'm a night owl. However, I make my own schedule, so I wake up whenever I want.
Exactly. Yeah.
Sleep. I also go to sleep late, but sleep. I'm talking to myself now.
But yeah, I'm talking to myself too. I'm like, sleep. We all need to sleep. Trust me.
I'm looking at myself on the screen saying sleep. But eating less, getting more active, sleep, and you'll feel better. And once you feel better mentally, like the clouds are out of your head, your stress levels are lower, your blood pressure lower. Shoot, the weight gonna fall off.
Yeah.
So you started to actively change your lifestyle, and your habits. First, you started to change your habits, and then you change your lifestyle.
Yeah.
And all that is all right, let me substitute this. All right, let me change this a little bit. And it doesn't happen overnight. It's just trading the regular Coke for a Diet Coke.
I tell you, the biggest thing that I can give people, the biggest advice, is putting yourself first, and that's not being selfish. Because if you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of anybody else. I don't care how hard.
Secure your mask before helping others in the event of emergency.
Exactly. And a lot of people,
if you ain't healthy.
Yep. A lot of people don't take care of themselves first. So take care of yourself first. Find time in the day to make time for yourself. I know it's people out there with kids, jobs, 2 or 3 jobs. But if you can't find time to yourself, you can be easily replaced at that job. You could be easily replaced when you go missing anywhere else. Or if something happens to you, God forbid, you just a name on the sheet. I'm sorry to tell you that, but somebody needs to hear that. So take care of yourself first, because at the end of the day, you're the only one sleeping in your bed, along with your spouses, if you have spouses, but you have to take care of yourself first, because the moment you start taking care of yourself is the moment you're going to start thanking yourself. And then the moment you'll be able to do the things you really want to do, because people will let you down. People will always say, well, I ain't asked for your help. Or people, and what you expect of people is not what they expect of themselves. So when you get into situations where you're bending over backwards for people, or doing stuff for people, or going out your way, sacrificing your time, you could be taking care of yourself. And then they do something. Now you in like an even more angry state of mind, even stressed out, even more, eating more, because you're trying to find some happiness in your storm. So I tell people, I had to learn how to take care of myself. I used to always bend over backwards for people. I used to always, let me just do this for a person. God called me to do this. God calls you to do some things. Now, don't get me wrong. He calls you to make some sacrifices, but he also called for you to take care of yourself. And if you ain't biblical or scripture wise, I just mean that across the board. You can't do nothing in this in your field, in your work environment. You can't do anything productive if you don't take care of yourself. Because 9 times out of 10, yep. Let them know. They don't believe it. I'm just telling you, I'm a product. This is part of our testimony. This is why we doing big talk. Y'all think it's just, y'all got it easy. Y'all got it made. No. You had to learn to take care of ourselves first. And
I don't think I got it easy, man.
Yeah.
I just make it look good.
And see, that's the thing. A lot of people see what we've done or what we've accomplished, or anybody. I don't think I'm 100% successful yet. I still got a lot of work to do, but I'm not gonna let age stop me from doing what a lot of people say, I'm too old for that. No, I ain't too old for nothing. If I wake up and I want to do it, my foot gonna be on that gas. And anybody can tell you that about me. Eric, we talked about this show. I said, Eric, let's do it. You just give me the word. Just a phone call. Boom, boom, boom. Let's set up the cameras. You good? We're good. All right, let's start recording. But I just tell people, if you don't take care of yourself and do what you want to do, and you want to be on other people's coattails and other people's schedules and times, you'll always be on other people's schedules and times. And when they get promoted, you're gonna still be in that same spot. When they get to where they need to be, they're gonna let you go because they need you, and then they don't need you. But the person that needs you the most is yourself. You got to take care of yourself. Eric, talk to him, man. I don't know. I don't know what else to say to him.
What's my man on Instagram? They don't get it.
They don't get it. They don't get it.
They don't get it.
They don't get it. And like I
Let's
said,
talk about it.
It's okay to be selfish, man. I'm not saying be.
Oh, you got to be selfish, man.
I'm not saying be all about yourself and place yourself higher above people and think you better than. No, I'm humble towards everybody. I don't care what type of job you got, because at the end of the day, those tables can turn just like that. People that you think beneath you can be on top of you the next day. People that you think that don't mean nothing to you can mean the most to you the next day. So I just tell people, you got to take care of yourself, though. You got a gift. Everybody's not meant to be superstars. Everybody's not meant to be in front of a camera. Everybody's not meant to do this and do that. You got a gift, and you know it. Whatever that gift is, people say, I don't know what I want to do in life. I don't know. You got something that makes you stand out from the rest of everybody else. Everybody got an egg factor. If you don't know about it, pray about it. If you don't pray, just continue to do things you like, and it'll start to gradually come to you.
Start with your passions, man. Start with stuff you like. That's it.
And
you'll find it.
Exactly. And people like, I don't like nothing. You know, now you just being stubborn. You just being childish. Everybody got a like for something. Well, the stuff I like is bad. No, you like some good stuff out here. You just choose this other route because it looks more flashier, more rewarding, more, I can get more from, I can make more money quickly. But I'm telling you, if you consistently work towards your passions and dabble in it here and there, everything else will fall into place. I didn't grow up wanting to be a model. Nah. But I have a platform now that I can inspire people. God made me a model. I just always wanted to inspire people. Eric, did you want to be a model?
Bro, how I became a model. I'm gonna give you a brief, because this is a good one for another episode too.
Right.
This just happened from sports. You're in Australia, and then you get tapped on the shoulder to do some sports modeling for 2XU, and you just keep doing it since 2012.
Right.
So now I'm 12 years in. Yeah.
But what was your passion?
No, I just sports.
Sports. Which led to what? The modeling, right?
And which led to photography.
Y'all see it
led to me in New York.
It's all stepping stones. I started
being at the right place at the right time, man.
Boom, 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 boom. Stepping stones. I was a teacher. I was a paraprofessional. Making less than what people work for, like restaurants, fast food restaurants. But I loved it. Oh, yeah. I love the kids.
Teachers don't get paid.
Sadly. They don't. I'm married to one. She got a lot of degrees. She's well out, but it takes a lot of degrees to even get any type of conversation in the education field. But that's another story for another day. But anyways, I was a teacher. I said, God, I can't do this. I want to get my life together. Then I became a personal trainer, certified nutritionist and personal trainer. Everybody wants to be a personal trainer. This was before the social media took off. So I used to train from 5 a.m. in the morning to 6 p.m. at night, 30-minute intervals. And I was such a people person and networking person. I would just talk to people, hey, come on in. I had them lined up. And I said, God, all right, I'm healthy. I'm helping people, but I want to inspire people on a bigger level. I met somebody through training. I had a day job that allowed me to do more social media. I was doing more lives. So now I'm inspiring more people. As I'm doing more lives, a big and tall plus size model sees me on one of my lives and say, you should model. What? No. End up becoming a big and tall model. Thus, that opens up the world to a bigger network of people who are doing things in the entertainment world. A lot of toxic stuff out there now. Don't get me wrong. You got to stay prayed up. But now that's where I'm at today. So, I mean, Eric, is there anything else you want to add on to the physical aspect, fitness aspect, and the mental health aspect? If you got to give anybody clues or tips, what are some things they want to take from this big talk, episode 2? What are some things they want to take from it?
Enjoy what you enjoy, man, as long as it's not detrimental to your health. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If you like anime, don't feel ashamed for it. Anime cool nowadays, you know. Like enjoy what you enjoy because that's your space. You know, get a little active, go outside, get some sunlight. I know we're going into winter right now, but get some sunlight.
Say that
drink some
again,
water.
because people. That's the one people skip over.
Oh, the big one, sunlight, man. I know firsthand by not having sunlight, it'll break your leg. Yeah, I broke my leg for a vitamin D deficiency. Leg snapped in half because I was in Chicago to Seattle, two cities during the winter that gets barely any sun.
Mm.
So, you know, the vitamin D deficiency and all that stress on the leg, you know, gave out. But yeah, man, get some sun, drink some water, you know.
That's it, man. It's simple.
Mend your relationships, man. You know?
There it is.
Or cultivate newer or healthy ones if you need new ones.
Oh, that's gonna be our next topic. What type of circles should you have? That's gonna be our next topic.
Yeah.
You know
what I'm saying? Talk to Rob.
Look,
if you want to smile right away, talk to Rob.
And if you need to calm down right away, talk to Eric because Eric would calm your ass down.
To just chill, man. Yeah, I'm the one.
Eric will make Eric be like, "Yo, just chill, bro. Just." Eric will make you think everything is okay. You could be in the middle of a war, anything about everything. Just chill. It's cool. It's gonna work itself out.
Okay. What can we do?
We've had shoot disasters, and Eric just be in the middle of all that. Like, okay, all right. So let's just keep on moving.
Let's do it.
My takeaways: put yourself first. Go get checked out. Like me and Eric say, go get checked out. Go talk to your doctors. If you don't have a doctor, don't use that as an excuse not to go see a doctor. Go get checkups. Go get your blood work. Go get your blood pressure. All that stuff done. I can't emphasize that enough. I hate the doctor, but I love the doctor. There will be side effects of medications, but in order to learn your body, you need to go through the side effects. You need to see what works for you. Everything doesn't work for everybody. Love one another. Make sure you keep your circle small. And what I mean by that, don't tell everybody your business. It's okay to work in private. Every miracle doesn't deserve a camera. And just know that you're doing this for you. You don't go into something because you want a lot of people, a lot of followers. Do this for you. So whatever you're doing in life, whatever you're chasing, if you're looking for your gift, your passion, do the things you like Eric said, do the things you like, do the things you love. And with all those little things you like and love, something will come of that. I mean, you got gamers that are getting paid more than doctors nowadays because they just love gaming. And, you know, they have a platform to do it now. You know, you have people that you wouldn't expect. You got NFL athletes getting NIL deals that are bigger than most people with doctorate degrees. So,
man, I need back pay, man.
Yeah, exactly. I think
I need that NIL back pay,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, I know a lot of athletes going after it too. We're gonna talk about that on the next episode.
Yeah, we need to figure out who to talk to about that, man.
Yeah. But like I said, just stay true to yourself. Your time is coming. Don't compare yourself to people. Don't try to be like people. You can be inspired by people, but create your own lane and stop trying to ride on people's coattails because that's not going to work for you. And it's okay to take breaks. It's okay to take breaks. Get your health right. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. Get checked up. Tomorrow's never promised. It's not. That's why we're doing all this stuff on YouTube. That's why we're making documentation and all this stuff. Because if anybody ever wants to go back and see what we were about and what we stood for, this is it. You know, whether 3 people watch it or 1 million people watch it, I did my job. You know, so Eric, where can they find you at, Eric? Let's wrap this thing up.
Hey man, I'm on Instagram mostly. Follow me after Wallace, man.
There it is. Y'all know, built up real nice on the IG. That's how we get down. Episode 3 will be coming soon. Hopefully if you like and subscribe to the channel. Me and Eric do have separate YouTube channels. I'll be putting those in the bio as well. But thank y'all so much for the love on Instagram, TikTok, wherever you see this video. We wanted to do this live today so that it's documented on the YouTube channels. That way y'all can go back and rewatch this because I know a lot of people are still at work around this time. And a lot of people are even unaware about the YouTube channels we do have because you know how they're going to say, Eric, a year from now. You got a YouTube channel? Yes, we've had one for over a year now. So, But this is new. Like I said, and we're gonna show you what consistency looks like, and we're gonna show you what comes of things that you love to do and we consistently do them. So yeah, we out here. Love y'all. Be safe, be blessed, and remember, take care of yourself first. And stream.